let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is rotate your locomotive upside down. Now this one has the coupler boxes removed, but you're going to want to remove the screw from the coupler box on the front and the rear, slide the coupler and the box out the end of the pilot. Once you have both of those off, the shell is then free to work off of the chassis. And we'll set the chassis out of the way because we're not going to need that for a while. Now the first thing to do would be to remove the handrails from the front. A pair of tweezers will help with that, and we'll set those aside. Once you get those off, those here, sometimes they'll stick just a little bit. They will come off. All right. On the rear of the cab engineer's side, this one is going to need to come loose from the cab, and it can just hang free there as long as it doesn't end up back in the hole. And there's a little pin on the conductor's side that you're going to want to pull out of and free that. All right. From there, the cab is free from the handrails. You want to rotate it upside down and locate the screw here and here. And we're going to remove those screws and set those aside because we'll need those again. Tweezers may come in handy there, removing that little screw. Set it aside. All right, from there, rotate it back upright and you should be able to work the cab off. If it's a little tight like this one is, you can take a hobby knife, and there's a slot right there that you can put the hobby knife in. Just kind of pry outward just a little bit to free that up. There it is on the engineer side. There you go, it's free. Rotate it back up and work the cab easily side to side until it comes off, just like that. It slides straight up. All right. And set the old cab aside, and the new one is complete and ready to install. If yours has a conduit on the top, you'll want to be careful of that and make sure that's a separate part, and make sure that you don't break that loose as you're putting the new cab on. If you like, we've got a full cab interior. You can put cab figures in there if you like while you've got the cab apart. But installation is just exactly the reverse. These two edges of the cab slide in the slots there on the main car body, just like so, and it snaps. It'll snap right back in place. Sometimes that's a little tight as well. There. And from there, it's just the reverse. Put the two screws back in, the shell back on the chassis, and the couplers back in, and then put your handrails on, and you've replaced the cab on your CSX ES44.